Okay, good morning, students. I think today we'll start with the first exercise on drawing up a small layout plan. I'll go through the basics very quickly, and then we can start drawing the layout plan. Okay, so the first thing I want you to understand is that Revit is a 3D modeling program. So whatever we draw in 2D, we would always like to see it in 3D. So let's look at the different tabs for this tutorial, and then we'll move on to the actual drawing part in the next. Okay, so if we look at the top, we have a tab with our open, save, the general commands, your print, and a few quick shortcuts like your dimension, your tags, your text, your 3D view, your section lines, and your line weights on and off. Okay, so that's our first tab. You'll find that if you hover your mouse over these tabs, they give you an indication of exactly what they are. Okay, so that's the first tab on the top. It's a very important tab, and we should always be mindful of it. The second tab is our ribbon. It's called the ribbon. I think all software across the board have now adopted the ribbon interface. So it makes it quite easy when looking for command like your walls, doors, windows, etc. when you're doing architectural work, your structure when you're doing engineering work, steel again for your engineering work, systems again for engineering, MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Your insert to link other Revit files, to import AutoCAD files, and your point clouds, which is new. Your annotate tab, which is for drafting purposes. Your analyze to analyze efficiency in buildings, loads when it comes to engineering, all of that stuff. Massing and site is to create your actual site with contours, your site components like your trees, etc. Your parking bays. Collaborate, we don't have to really worry about this. This is when you get into advanced Revit. The view tab is also quite an important tab. We'll go through it in further lessons. Your rendering, your elevation markers, your drafting views, your callouts from different plans to bigger details, revisions, your sheets. Okay, then we have the manage tab, also quite an important tab, which we'll go through in further lessons. Your materials, your fill patterns, material assets, your line styles, line weights, line patterns, etc. etc. Add-ins, you don't have to really worry about this for now. And your modify tab, which is a very important tool in Revit when you're drafting and drawing. So it's got commands like your align, your offset, your move, copy, rotate, mirror, array, etc. So we will be going through all of those commands as we get drawing, but the only way to learn these commands is to actually start drawing. So that's our little tutorial on the interface. You'll find on your left hand panel is a properties panel. When you draw certain objects, you'll be able to select them and change the properties of those objects. And then your project browser. Your project browser is basically gives you the different levels in your project, like your first floor, your ground floor, your wall plate level, and then your 3D view, which I'll go into later on, and then your elevations, and obviously your sheets, which I've created the sheet for you so that you can drop your drawings into this, and then we can PDF that for for assignment purposes or for printing purposes even. Okay, so that's our little interface tutorial. I'm sure everybody would get used to it very quickly. Here on the bottom we have a few more tools which we'll go through as we're drawing. Some of these tools have to be shown to you whilst we're drawing, because they wouldn't work if there's no drawing as such. Okay, so that's it for today's tutorial. Thank you, class. I hope this tutorial gives you a brief overview of the interface of Revit. Thank you.